I think we're gonna continue the story. Gosh, I'm so behind on editing, but I think I can. I think I can do this. I'm more powerful than you ever know. Chapter 31. Yes, yes.
Oh, right, not there.
There's a shiny back here.
I knew that.
Where is it?
Oh, right, not there. I knew that.
Ugh, my feet keep getting caught in the hem of this dress.
Reading. Piling project report. In order to designate coordinates, we created a supporting disc that is placed on the ground after conducting numerous tests. We adopted a flat design that is easy to carry and can adapt to various types of terrain. However, further research is necessary to embed a GPS feature.
Oh, right, not there.
Also, this looks like crap. What's her face? The scientist lady for Miss Silas.
My feet keep getting caught in the hem of this dress.
The boss is so close, so far away.
Oh, right, not there. Coming.
Ah, look how much more powerful I am. Alright, let's get this story started. Let's see what's going on. Where are the heretics? Rappy!
Yes, Commander?
I'm going insane. Why did you preemptively attack Grave?
Hold up. Are you saying that Rappy is the one who attacked first? Not that lady?
Answer me! Grave meant no... Wait, well, I still would have meant the same thing if I said that way.
The thing she is keeping inside that coffin is a heretic. Anichiro.
Did you just say what I think you said? A heretic?
Anichiro.
She clearly values it highly. Based on her words and actions thus far, my guess is that she wishes to resurrect Anichiro.
Shifty.
One moment. I'm collating the data right now. There's not much to go on, but according to this, she was the first heretic. There's also a brief report about her being shot down, but nothing else. This data is over 100 years old.
Ah! That's what I've been saying!
She must be extremely dangerous.
I should have clipped that. Ah! Whatever.
What makes you say that? Typically, the first iteration of any model is incredibly strong, especially prototypes. Doubly so if she's the forebearer of the heretics. Her power must be unimaginable.
Not all the time. I mean...
That's a good point, actually. But, one second. Rappy, how do you know about Anichiro? I would like to know that myself. The only way you can turn up any information on her is by specifically searching for it.
I know her. Or rather, I knew her.
Red Hood.
Yes.
I thought we already discussed this.
I can't be certain, but it seems Red Hood has met Anichiro before. My mind is flooded with intense memories and emotions. Not least of all, rage.
Sounds like they could have been mortal enemies.
There's no way to know for sure. What is certain is that we mustn't allow Anichiro to be resurrected.
You're realistic. Rappy's like, that Anichiro girl, she's too hot. She might seduce the commander. I gotta take out the competition.
If she were to awaken now, none of us would stand a chance against her.
But I thought taking down heretics was our thing? We practically eat them for breakfast. This is apparently one meal we can't have.
We're dealing with an entity from over a century ago.
I'll clip that.
She's most likely equipped with technology that's long been considered lost. Our objective is twofold. Track down Grave and destroy Anichiro.
She said it, not me. I ain't destroying anybody. First thing first, we'll track Grave down. As for how we deal with Anichiro, I'll make a decision after I've assessed the situation further. Rappy. Alright.
Roger.
Oh, don't give me that. Here she... Roger. Don't be sassy with me. I don't like that you're not being this emotionless robot anymore. Go back to being normal.
Hey there.
Mana, yes, that's her name. How are things going?
Better than expected. Things are progressing quickly. We're keeping the Harmony Cube in check, and once the A-Pillar arrives, we'll be able to start.
What about Absolute?
There were Raptures armed with anti-air artillery nearby, so they went to deal with them.
Well, what do you expect?
Just the 3 of them?
It's Eunhwa, come
Yes.
on.
Commander, we should join them.
Eunhwa will... Man, I can't wait to see Eunhwa again. Agreed, let's go.
I have something to confess.
No.
I fell asleep during the mission briefing. I haven't got a clue what Mana is doing here, what the stakes are, and what's going on with Absolute. You're shouting it like you're proud of the fact you know nothing. Naturally. I always hold my head high. Ugh. If you hadn't nodded off, you'd know that Absolute is harnessing the Harmony Cube in order to destroy the crystal. Isn't that right, Mana?
Not even a little bit.
Did I at least get some keywords right?
Sorry, Mana, but you explain it to us again? I thought we were duking this place.
Fine. Based on the investigation the central government conducted on the E2 crystals,
Man, you all love these kinds of names, don't you? First Material H, now E2 crystals.
this substance was deemed highly dangerous to the Ark and classified as risk level SS. At the same time, as it was determined that it didn't have any positive effect on the surface's ecosystem, any further research would serve no purpose, and the decision was made to eradicate the material. For some perspective, heretics were designated as risk level S. These E2 crystals, meanwhile, are one level above even that. The Harmony Cube located here is outdated and not well maintained, but it is still capable of running calculations pertaining to the construction of the Ark. By setting this Harmony Cube loose on the nearby infested E2 crystals, we will overwrite the basic structures of the Ark here, which are known as lost sectors. The structures generated by this Harmony Cube are composed of glass, which makes them perfect for dealing with E2 crystals. Our strategy is to fill the area with these glass structures and push back the E2 crystals.
And this place will be the epicenter of that operation?
No.
Oh, okay. Care to elaborate?
We intend to use an A-pillar which will act as a stake of sorts. We will insert this A-pillar into the most densely packed area of the crystal region, from which the basic structures will expand outwards. By repeating this process multiple times, we'll eventually fill the area with these structures.
I wonder how that's going to look.
What you need to do now is join up with Absolute and proceed with the mission. They've been fully briefed on this operation, and have even completed a simulation.
Alright, no issues on my end.
Anything else?
What do you mean?
What about Grave?
I haven't seen any sight of her yet.
Understood. Are you by yourself? Or let's go meet with the Absolute. The dude. Eunhwa's gonna try and kill Grave as well.
Let's go,
Eunhwa.
Bolt. Let's do this!
I want to see
My
you.
feet keep getting caught
I want to
in the
hear your
hem of this
voice.
Commander.
Oh, hi, Vesti.
Oh my. You came.
That's what she said. They can't do this to me.
Hurry up, you idiots. This is why.
Oh, calm down, Eunhwa.
Sorry. Inferior people like us walk kinda slow. For every 3 steps you take, we only take 1! Oh, how useless we are! We're not worthy. This is fun.
I knew we'd all get along swimmingly.
Give me a sit rep.
The container with the stakes is going to be transported over by air in a while. There's a possibility it could be shot down before landing, so we need to clear this place of raptures.
What? You're still not done? Jeez, Absolute has really fallen off.
We were waiting for you.
What? It's just that I've heard so many stories about how remarkable the counters are. I wanted to see it for myself.
It's not that we're doubting you. We simply want to see what you're capable of.
How much we've changed? What is this? Some kind of test we have to pass?
That's a rather blunt way of putting it. But yes, more or less.
Come on. Show us what you can do.
What's the point of this? Are you still obsessed with who's the strongest?
Be quiet. You abandoned us and left us in the lurch, only to sidle up with a third-rate squad instead.
Why she's... I thought we buried the hatchet on this back when we were... Looking for heretic fragments. I thought this shit was over, Eunhwa.
You must have had a reason to do that. I'd like to know what it is.
Yeesh, jealous much?
Do you ever shut that trap of yours?
If you still want these lips, why don't you come give me a kiss? Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh my god. It's always so sassy.
Why do I even bother? You've got 3 minutes until the container arrives. Clear this place out before then.
Fine, let's go, everyone.
Commander, we don't have to go along with this ridiculous game of theirs.
No, let's show them. Let's show them what we're made of.
Okay, let's go. You want to witness the greatness of the counters firsthand? You got it. I might just have to unleash the full power of my supervision. I'd advise against that. All they'll see is your glasses twinkling slightly.
Why do you all...
What's wrong, Rappy?
Rappy, let's show them that you made the right choice. Let's show how well we work
Rappy's
together.
getting emotional. Let's do this. There, is she happy? I didn't do anything. I turned and looked at my other monitor.
Finished.
What do you guys think?
I thought it was impressive, personally.
Let's move to the mission area.
Hey, you could at least give us some feedback. Yeah, if you're not gonna leave a review, then you at least ought to pay us. Ooh, she's not saying anything. That must mean she's gonna pay us. Nice.
It seems you're finally capable of not being complete morons all the time. And in a fairly short amount of time, too. Impressive.
What is wrong with her? Such effusive praise. You don't have to be so nice.
I thought
There
everything
are some
was.
caveats, however.
I thought things.
The squirt and the squad leader are competent.
The squirt. The squirt. And the squad leader. I'm guessing I've squirt. And Rappy's the squad leader. Eunhwa, I thought you
I
liked me.
can't say the same about you two. It's not a major issue for now, since the skill gap isn't too significant. But as those two grow stronger, both of you will only end up dragging them down. It's not that you haven't grown. You just haven't improved enough. You need to do better.
Yeah, I knew that.
Good. As long as you're aware. Now let's move.
Eunhwa walks ahead.
Wow, that was amazing. You guys work together so well as a team that you hardly notice your firepower is lacking. Our firepower is lacking? Oh, sorry. I may have said too much. I'm sure you'll eventually find weapons that are better suited to you.
Come to think of it, have any of you ever upgraded your gear?
There's no need for us to wantonly upgrade our loadout. What we're using right now suits us perfectly.
I think some of them do need an upgrade.
If you say so.
Sorry to interrupt, but the container has arrived. The initial setup is expected to take 20 minutes.
Actually, I think in the tier list, Rappy, Anise, and Neon are actually probably better than Absolute Squad.
In the meantime, we'll proceed to the designated area.
Roger that. I'll have it ready to fire when you give me the signal.
Let's go.
Shiny.
Destination reached. Requesting further guidance as to where the stakes will be driven.
I'll do it.
Eunhwa takes a flat disc out of her pocket and places it on the ground.
The stakes will land where that disc is. Everyone, step back. Go ahead, Mana.
Coordinates confirmed. Launching A-pillar towards the guidance signal. A-pillar launched. Handing over control to the operator for the landing procedure.
That's not me, is it?
Roger.
Okay.
Assuming control. Huh? Shifty is piloting it? Yes. I'll be steering it to the guidance signal.
I'm not overly familiar with this control system.
Wow. You must be really good at this then, Shifty. I wouldn't go that far, but it was covered in my curriculum. There are a few tricks you can learn, and the whole process is easy to replicate with a flight simulator. I see. Oh, like that, yes. And got it. It should land any moment now.
A massive white pillar plummets from the sky and lands upright on the ground. Upon impact, there is a resounding thud, and massive plumes of dust emerge in its wake.
Landing complete.
Yes, I see it
Checking
right there.
alignment. Initiating link with Harmony Cube. Hub designation complete. Computational power amplification confirmed. Initiating art creation sequence.
The white pillar begins to vibrate. It feels like the ground itself is rippling.
Everyone, brace yourselves.
The ground begins to undulate wildly, and white blocks begin to shoot up like seedlings sprouting out of the ground. At the same time, the crystals in the area shatter to pieces. Some blocks rise for a moment and stop, while others continue to surge up into the air, seeming without end. They assume a panoply of different shapes: triangles, ovals, diamonds, and more. After a few moments, the blocks cease their movement. In what was once a foreign land, there is now a familiar landscape. It's become a lost sector.
Construction complete. A-pillar status all normal.
Construction complete! Construction complete.
Linking
Insufficient
with Harmony Cube
funds.
and expanding the area.
Silos needed.
Holy crap, this place is
We must construct
unrecognizable
additional
now.
pylons.
Think of this pillar as a pseudo-Harmony Cube, one which was created by the Harmony Cube itself. We can expand the structures around the area where the A-pillar is embedded. Being made of glass, all of this material is immune to the E2 crystals, so it can push them out. Additionally, the A-pillar is tied to the Harmony Cube's computational power, so the more you install, the better the Harmony Cube's computation ability.
I didn't quite catch all of that.
Okay.
None of this makes any sense to me. How can these structures just appear out of thin air?
You're right. It doesn't make any logical sense. But you just saw it with your own eyes.
How does the science behind all of this work? Although, to be honest, I don't think I'd understand even if you did explain.
That's classified information.
How come?
Do you really think this process follows the laws of physics or basic energy principles?
I don't think so. I guess? I don't know. None of this makes any sense.
That's precisely why it's confidential. Does that answer your question?
Not at all.
Be quiet.
Aren't any of you curious about this?
You just said yourself that you wouldn't understand even if you were given an explanation.
It's like watching a documentary on quantum physics. Even if you don't understand every bit, it's still nice to know.
Try and use that pea brain of yours for 1 second. If the reason why this stuff works the way it does wasn't classified, and if it was something that everyone could understand, it could end up being used for terrorism.
Why just just terrorism?
Like you said, it defies all common sense. Do you really think something like that will be easy to understand?
Probably not.
Exactly. Hence why it's classified.
For someone who says they don't care, you've got an awful lot to say about it.
I don't know. I don't need to know.
So our objective is to plant these pillars here and there? Then these structures that manifest as a result will wipe out all the crystals?
Correct.
Sounds kind of fun. Like a game.
We're moving out.
I still like you, Eunhwa. That's it. Oh. Whoa. Interesting. There's so
Let's
many to
go.
fight through.
That's strange.
What is it?
What is it?
We installed the A-pillar, but the Harmony Cube's computation speed isn't increasing as expected. Since the A-pillar is also a computation device for the Harmony Cube, the computation speed should increase with each installation.
Is there some kind of problem?
We ran a check, and the equipment doesn't appear to be defective.
Something is attacking it from the outside.
Yes. I suspect that someone is hijacking the data.
Grave. Can you go through the records and backtrace it?
We missed our chance this time, but we should be able to run a trace the next time they try again.
Okay, I'll get things ready.
That pilgrim, Grave? Is she strong?
Yes.
How strong?
Very.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
We haven't really gone toe-to-toe with her yet.
You did that one time?
If her level is anything comparable to yours, then we already know what to think of her skills. Not much.
Damn! Why are you being such a bitch, Eunhwa? I really thought we were past this.
I wouldn't underestimate her if I were you. You'll end up regretting it.
Yeah. Even when Rappy used Red Hood, she barely managed to...
Neon.
Whoops! Sorry, I wanted to boast about Rappy and got carried away.
What are you talking about?
Well... Rappy becomes stronger when she wears a red bandana. Have you ever heard of the Red Turban Rebellion?
You don't have to pretend. We know all about it. About Rappy's secret past and what happened to her.
Did Ingrid tell you?
Yes. She said we needed to know.
Since we were... comrades and all.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it a secret.
No need to apologize.
Is that what Eunhwa's probably just butthurt? Is that it, Eunhwa?
You never considered us comrades anyway. Since when were you ever forthright with us? Never.
Eunhwa, I think you're just jealous.
Both when you were with us and after you left. You've always kept us in the dark. So don't say you're sorry. You never expected anything from us. So we stopped expecting anything from you.
Eunhwa.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way.
What was that? Come on, let's move.
Eunhwa rushes forward.
Some people never change.
Rappy, did you really leave without telling them? You didn't have your memory wiped or anything before you left, did you?
No.
Nothing happened.
That's right. That's precisely the problem. Nothing happened. Anyway, that's all in the past, so we shouldn't dwell on it. We should keep moving.
I have a question for all of you.
What is it?
What's Absolute doing here?
What kind of question is that?
Is our being here making you uncomfortable? No, that's not it. It's just that... Don't you think you all being sent here is a bit overkill?
I see.
Actually, I was a bit curious about that myself.
The goal is to use this C-pillar to push back the areas overridden with crystals, right?
A-pillar.
Right! A-pillar! Call me crazy. But I don't think you guys are the only ones who could get this job done. In fact, there are probably plenty of people better suited to handle this type of job. What do you think? I'm a real super sleuth, aren't I? Novel will be green with envy.
Ugh.
You could have at least chosen a more impressive person to measure yourself against.
Yeah.
However, you do have a point. This kind of job seems a bit out of Absolute's wheelhouse. I figured you all would bring some kind of special vacuum that'd suck up the crystals or something.
And what makes you think that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You can't think about any mission from merely one perspective. You've got to consider it from all angles.
I don't get it.
And that's why you're all inferior.
Darn. I think we just got demoted. We're here because the chance of encountering pilgrims and heretics is high. That pilgrim called Grave doesn't seem to be the friendly type. Plus, there have been traces of other intelligent life forms here. We also know for certain that a heretic is roaming around these parts as well.
So you all were sent in as a military force to combat the heretic.
Correct. Then why not send Matisse? They're adept at fighting too.
Why do you think?
Because they don't get along with Absolute?
Their weapons and power sources rely a lot on electricity. They'd be a movable feast for these crystals.
That is true.
That's why they can't come here.
Matisse is more high-tech.
The only thing we know for sure is that there's a heretic here, but we don't know anything about her.
What? They're only mentioning this now? That there's a heretic someplace roaming around.
Therefore, squads with experience in dealing with heretics were chosen, which means us and you. We ought to be thanking this heretic for giving us a chance to meet.
Yeah, especially since you guys have been so busy lately. You're becoming real big shots.
Things definitely have changed since when I first joined the team.
Don't you feel like we've been on a roll since
We've got the commander to thank for our turn in fortune, not you.
Thank you, Anise. Put her in her place. Stupid Neon. Stupid Leon.
Arriving at the second area. Proceed with installation.
Let me do it this time. Eunhwa, give me your chest.
What?
I need a flat surface to put this disc on.
Oh!
Keep talking and see what happens.
Whoa, easy. You're not really going to shoot me, are you?
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to blow your lips off.
Oh my god, Eunhwa.
In that case, I better move my lips so they're harder to hit.
Oh my god.
Eunhwa, are you okay? You're shaking.
You guys are so immature.
That's rich coming from you.
10 minutes later.
There's nothing to this. You plop down the disc and the stake lands right wherever you put it. After that, it pushes away the crystals and the structures start to settle in. At this rate, we'll be done in no time.
Have you detected any activity from Grave?
Let me check. Someone's attempting to hijack the data. Initiating trace. They're nearby. I'll send you the coordinates.
Coordinates received. Proceeding in that direction.
Let's go take him out! A moment later. Eunhwa moves at the front of the group, cautiously surveying the surroundings. The other thing is, like, Eunhwa, she might be, you know, an asshole. But she is... she is excellent when it comes to, you know, picking fights. She's like probably the best strategic Nikke. And also, she won't let anyone... she might threaten you, but she won't let people get hurt because she doesn't want people to, you know, fail and get hurt like she did when she was a human. Did something happen?
Between Rappy and us?
Yeah.
Didn't you hear me back there? I don't think we should dwell on the past.
I still want to hear it.
What to do? Should I tell them, Rappy?
Fine.
All right, I'll loosen my lips for old time's sake. The long and short of it is that not much really happened. Rappy joined us shortly after Absolute was formed. She adapted quickly, and before long, we became Elysion's top squad. So much so that the Elysion completely overhauled their standards several times based on our performance. Those were the days. Anyway, things stayed like that for a while. Then one day, out of nowhere, we got a written notice that Rappy had left Absolute. No explanation whatsoever.
Seriously? That's all?
That's all. You can imagine how confused we were. There hadn't been any sign that anything was wrong.
Eunhwa seems particularly peeved with Rappy. Why is that?
She thought that she'd found her perfect partner. She would always say that with Rappy, reclaiming the surface wasn't just a pipe dream. Can you imagine it? Eunhwa putting her arm around someone and giving them a fist bump? Eunhwa didn't just like Rappy. She adored her.
Yuri? No, I'm kidding.
Considering how abruptly
My
things
exquisite
ended,
mind.
I can understand why she's upset.
With her personality, I'd imagine she went off demanding answers.
You know Eunhwa well. She sought Rappy out multiple times after she left, but to no avail. In fact, that's something I always wanted to ask you, Rappy. Why didn't you meet with her? Were you busy?
I was avoiding her.
Huh? What? Why?
Because I felt bad.
Oh. You're a coward.
Damn. Vesty.
You're right.
Yeah.
Rappy, have you ever told Eunhwa that you're sorry? So you haven't. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask why. But you ought to know that if you don't give a proper goodbye, there's no closure, no matter what the reason is. You have to close the book on that chapter. Only then can you move on and start anew.
I know.
It is hard. It's hard.
Let's go.
Whoa! Can I go walk out there? I
My
can't.
feet keep getting caught in the
That's
hem
gonna be
of
the end of
this
this part.
dress.
I should be able to have it in 3 parts. I think.
Do it! Kill her!